crime is absolutely a problem. And I think it needs to be addressed. Now, personally, I think the way to address it is with more local policing and better investment in communities. And certainly there are a number of cities across the country that have struggled to do that. They haven't had a fully functional criminal justice system. So I don't think anybody is saying that crime isn't a problem. But two things that are really troubling about this. First of all, crime is higher in Shreveport, Louisiana than it is in Washington, D.C. Violent crime is higher in Oklahoma City than it is in Washington, D.C. So the president choosing to attack cities run by Democrats comes off as partisan instead of a legitimate effort to deal with a policy issue. And the other much larger problem, and this goes back to the funding issue we were talking about a moment ago, President Trump is ruling more like an autocrat than he is like a democratically elected president with the Constitution. Using the U.S. military for domestic law enforcement is, again, a direct violation of the Constitution. And also, by the way, not what the U.S. military is trained to do. I am the ranking member of the House Armed Services Committee. I've been on the House Armed Services Committee for 29 years. I know what the U.S. military is supposed to do, and it's not domestic law enforcement. That is an autocratic move that is likely to make things worse instead of better. So, yes, crime is absolutely a problem. Sending in the U.S. military is absolutely not the answer. And it's very clear that the president is doing this from a partisan perspective.